Hi, heroes. Stan Lee here, inside the very spacecraft which changed the Fantastic Four from ordinary mortals to the world's greatest superheroes. And speaking of great, you won't believe today's exciting adventure, so get ready.
The world's greatest heroes get a modern update in a 1990s TV series that ended 30 years ago. However, today we're going to take a look at a DVD set that was released 20 years ago. This is Fantastic Four, the complete 1994 to 1995 series. It's geeking time! So right now, unfortunately, I'm going to take a look at the top 10 worst cartoons from the 90s. Number 9, Fantastic Four, the animated series. Pretty safe to say that there were some pretty bad cartoons for the Fantastic Four, and this one from the 90s is the ultimate worst Fantastic Four cartoon. So let me clear the air here. Opinions change after years. As you just saw on that list, I did consider this, when I started my channel, one of the worst animated cartoons from my childhood. My mind changed after I picked this up and I was like, I'm actually going to rewatch it and see if it was really as bad as I remember it. Changed my mind. I'm not going to lie to you, the first season wasn't that great, but when you get to the second season and they're adapting stories from the comics, you bring in the Inhumans, well, I actually got a newfound interest and admiration for this animated series. Now, my favorite animated series when it comes to Fantastic Four, not the one from the 60s, not the one from the 70s, which replaces Johnny Storm and brings in Herbie. This one is alright, but my favorite animated series of all time is Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes from 2006. Now, I used to own that on DVD. I would love to refine that complete series to add to my collection, but I am very happy with this. I did find this at a used DVD store a couple of years back. I think I paid $1 or $2 for this. So very happy, but everything's intact and is in good condition. And I thought, hey, since Fantastic Four is coming out this Friday, and because this box set has turned 20 years old, this was released when the Fantastic Four movie was released 20 years ago. I can't believe that movie's already 20 years old. I figured it'd be a lot of fun because, like I said, the new movie coming out this week, First Steps, to take a look at the complete series on DVD. So this is 4 discs. What I'll do is I'll open up the set, we'll take a look at the discs, and I'm also going to go in depth. Each disc, we'll take a look at the menu, we'll take a look at some of the special features that are on there, and maybe a glimpse of each episode. So guys, sit back, relax, get yourself something to eat, something to drink, maybe some coffee, maybe a nice drink, nice beverage. Let's get into looking at today Fantastic Four, the complete 1994 to 1995 animated series from Marvel. Well, here you have it, Fantastic Four, the animated series, the complete 1994-1995 animated television series. Here it is. Here's the box set. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'm just kidding. We're just getting started. Very nice box, to be quite honest with you. Maybe I should bring my camera back a little bit because I don't want to... Yeah, I'll bring that back just a little bit so we can fit more in the camera. There we go. Very nice, I guess you could say like a very nice shiny type logo right there for Fantastic Four. And you got all 4 of them up here in the corner. The Thing, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, and the Human Torch. A.K.A. Ben Grimm, Sue Storm, Reed Richards, and Johnny Storm. Really cool. Fantastic Four logo, and this is a nice embossed logo as well. As you can see right here, the Fantastic Four logo is shiny as well. As my wife would call it, shiny, shiny. Down here, the complete 1994 to 1995 animated television series. So again, shiny, shiny, and this was released by Buena Vista. So this was way before Disney bought Marvel. They were already releasing Fantastic Four and Marvel stuff. So here with the logo on the top there. Nothing on the bottom. Right there on the side spine, you got Fantastic Four, and you've got Reed Richards and Johnny Storm. Pretty cool. If you take a look at the back here, here is our read-up. So the Fantastic Four started all. Stan Lee. Stan the man from beyond the grave? No. It's here. The longest running Marvel series in history arrives for the first time on DVD in this spectacular 4-disc set featuring all 26 episodes of the heralded 1990 animated series. Learn the origin of the Fantastic Four?
and be there as Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, and the Thing save the world from the dastardly Doctor Doom and his legion of villains. You know, the origin, I believe they had Dick Clark on that episode. I remember Dick Clark, the New Year's Rockin' Eve. Yeah, the guy who did the New Year's Rockin' Eve every year. He was on Fantastic Four. Now you can really relive, excuse me, my eyes, every action-packed episode complete with exclusive introductions by Stan Lee, which we'll take a look at. Take a look at some, I should say. It's a fantastic DVD collection you'll want to experience over and over again. This came out, like I said, 20 years ago. Back in those days, that's when, like, you know, these things were really special. Yeah, I used to love it when they released those DVD sets back in the day, especially DVDs in general, movies. I don't feel it's the same way anymore, especially with Blu-rays. But anyways, the 4-disc box set is a must-have for Fantastic Four fans of all ages. So you've got all 4 of them right here. We'll take a look at the discs, but that's just a sneak peek of what they look like. Running time is 569 minutes total. Color, animated, digitally mastered on DVD. And visit Fantastic Four at video.com. I wonder if you can still visit that. Like it says this down here, 2005 release. TVY7, Fantasy Islands. All right, bonus material not rated or closed captioned, but the episodes are. All right, so let's get this open and let's take a look and see what the inside and what the discs look like. Okay, so let's get that out. There's an emptiness inside. Empty. Hello? Hello? Is there anything else in there? I feel like it's a dumb joke, a wasted joke that I do sometimes for you guys. Anyways, that's empty. Oh, let's just leave that up there. Once we take it out, look at that. We have a nice picture of the Fantastic Four again. I think this is backwards. Yeah, so forwards, sorry. Forwards is the same as the cover over there. Turn around, again, well, there's the spine. Fantastic Four, the Thing, and Susie Q, as he likes to call her. This woman. And then once again, on this side here, you have Reed and Johnny. And there you go, is our Fantastic Four right there. The first family, would you call them that? The first family of Marvel, would you call them that? Would you call them that? I would. I technically would. So that's pretty nice. Then you open up and look at that. We have the episodes. Another picture of the Fantastic Four, same as on the cover up there, just this one is black and white. And look at that, we have each episode on the disc. So we have disc 1, The Origin of the Fantastic Four, parts 1 and 2. Now comes the Submariner, Incursion of the Skrull, the Silver Surfer and the Coming of Galactus, parts 1 and 2, and Super Skrull. Then we head down to disc 2, The Mask of Doom, parts 1 to 3, Mole Man, Behold the Negative Zone, the Silver Surfer and the Return of Galactus, and A Blind Man Shall Lead Them. Then we go to disc 3, Inhuman Saga, part 1, and The Wind Cries Medusa, part 2, Inhumans Among Us, part 3, Beware the Hidden Land. And I actually really liked, when I rewatching this, I truly enjoyed the Inhuman Saga. It was pretty good. Worlds Within Worlds, To Battle the Living Planet, Prey of the Black Panther in that episode, When Calls Galactus, Nightmare in Green, and then the final disc, Behold, A Distant Star, Hopelessly Impossible, The Century Sinister, and Doomsday. And then it says here, disc 1 bonus feature, Stan Lee's Soapbox. And right here, just to remind you, we have the Fantastic Four logo, and in the Fantastic Four is Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Thing, the Human Torch, and they're all, I always forget what that one means, but, you know, it's like a copyright type thing. So yeah, let's get this open. Oh, my disc just, it's not, I did not missing disc. This one just plopped out. There we go. So, that's disc 2. All right, here's disc 1 with Sue Storm. So very nice. Very clean discs as well. And then we have disc number 2 with Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. There you go. I'm leading to something here. We're showing a picture in the back. It's a connecting photo, it looks like. Disc 3 has the Thing. Cool. And finally, disc 4 has the Human Torch. So super sweet. And then behind the discs, the couple, Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, and the Thing and Human Torch. Hi, you can see me. I'm in a tank top because we're in a heat wave. While I film this, so probably not the best time to be filming this, but it is exactly what it is. And you put them back in the discs, and they fit in and pop in very, very nicely. Let's see if I get the right ones. Fitting in very nicely. And then your set is back to being complete again. So there you go. You close that right up. And you just slip that back in the case. And boom. There you have it. I don't know why it's not standing up. You don't want to stand for me, huh? Well, it's okay. We'll lean it against the wall. There we go. And there you have it, is your Fantastic Four, the complete series from 1994 to 1995. Oh, but lo and behold, I think it's time to take this set, as I reopen it, pop out each disc again, put them in the Blu-ray player, and let's take a look and see what each disc looks like, and see what this Stanley Soapbox is. Because, I mean, is there special features? It did say special features. Oh, right here. See, I forgot to mention that right there. Stanley Soapbox, episode introduction by Stanley. So those are your only special features. So we'll take a look at those. And of course, your aspect ratio and the Dolby Digital surround sound. Like I said, let's go pop these in and let's go take a look and see what each disc has to offer. Even if there's no special features, let's still somewhat take a look at the disc and see.
The Fantastic Four will continue after this.
Tired of the same old fun and games? Welcome, Spider-Man X-Men, to the video game ride of your lives.
Wolverine, Spider-Man, Gambit, Cyclops.
Now on Genesis, the ultimate video game team. Are we having fun yet?
The adventures of the Fantastic Four continue.
Here, and I'm in a costume I've never seen before. To the dark side. Supposed to be the good guy. You can't do this. This Spider-Man plays for keeps. Now, Spider-Man must fight to save his own life. You've got to get that suit off. I need it. Yeah. And defeat Venom. This time will be different. This time, Venom will win. You'll see us everywhere, even in your nightmares. Spider-Man, the Venom Saga. Now available on DVD. For the first time ever, it's the Ultimate Collection on DVD. Spider-Man, the 67 Collection. The original superhero is now better than ever. It's the original series. I don't believe it. All 52 complete episodes, fully restored. There's no late time on an amazing 60 DVD action pack collector set. Any way you spin it, this 60 DVD set is a must-have. Because no matter the evil, there's only one original. It's all in a day's work for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spider-Man, the 67 Collection. Now available on DVD.
Fantastic Four started in a funny way. My then publisher was playing golf with the publisher of DC Comics, although in those days they called it National Comics. And he told him that they had a comic book called the Justice League, and it was selling very well. So my publisher came back to the office and he said, Stan, why don't you come up with a group of heroes also, so we can have a group that'll sell well too? So I figured, okay, that was my job to do what he wanted, and I came up with the Fantastic Four. In all honesty, I had never seen the Justice League, so I didn't have to make it like the Justice League. My only mandate was to do a team of superheroes. I'm not sure why I made 4 members in the group. They could have been 3 or 5 or 6, but I decided I wanted a hero, one man who'd be the leader. That was Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, as he modestly calls himself. And then I wanted him to have a girlfriend, and that was Sue Storm. I felt it would be fun if there was a kid brother. That was Johnny Storm. And then I wanted somebody totally different in the group. I wanted a sort of a semi-monster who'd be very lovable. Sounded silly, but I had a feeling I could pull it off. And I figured, well, that's enough to work with. If I can make that work, it's not going to be easy, but that was it. So for some reason, I just picked those 4. The Fantastic Four set the stage, I guess, for a number of hero teams, in the sense that when other publishers and writers and the public saw how well the book did and how much fun it was to read them, they decided to put out more groups also. We even brought out the Avengers, which was based on a lot of our superheroes, putting them together. That was easier. I didn't have to create new ones. I just took superheroes who already existed. And then I did the X-Men, which was another team. Of course, it was a totally different type of team. But I realized doing the Fantastic Four that it gave me an opportunity to have a lot of wisecracks, a lot of kidding around amongst the group, and they could relate to each other. When you have a single superhero, who does he or she relate to? It makes it a little more difficult. I thought of the Fantastic Four as more than just a team, really, but a family, because after all, the way I designed them, Reed was the father of the family, so to speak, and then the heroine was really, she knew who he was. There was no secret identity, and she was engaged to him. And Johnny Storm, her brother, once they got married, he would be the brother-in-law. And of course, the Thing would be the family's best friend. So to me, they were a nice, tight-knit, familial, I think is the word, group. Instead of them just being a team who go out there and fight bad guys, I thought it'd be so interesting if their relationship was very deep. And what could be deeper than having Reed, the leader of the group, feel guilty because the one member who had been horribly affected, who had been turned into a semi-monster, because that had happened due to a project that Reed had fostered. And therefore, Reed always had this guilt feeling, and his friend, the Thing, who was an incredibly close friend, and they would have died for each other, but deep down, the friend would not have been human not to have had some sort of a lingering resentment because of what had happened to him because of Reed's project. So I thought that also gave the group a dimension and a feeling of reality. There were emotions involved that I felt the readers could relate to. It would take weeks to tell what I like most about Dr. Doom. He's my favorite villain. One of the things is, as far as I know, there had never been a villain who was the king of his own country. Now, when he came to our country, he had diplomatic immunity. So even if he committed a crime, you couldn't arrest him because he was a king of a friendly country. At least as far as we knew it was friendly. The other thing is, if you think about it, all that Dr. Doom wanted to do was rule the world. Now, you could be a jaywalker or a litterbug, and a policeman might hand you a summons. You know, if you drop some paper on the street, or if you run across the street against the light. But you could walk up to any cop or FBI man or CIA agent, and you could say, "Excuse me, I want to rule the world." That's not a crime. You can't arrest him for that. So here was the most dangerous, most powerful villain in the world who wanted to rule the entire world. There was nothing we could do about it. I mean, I got a kick out of that. All of the Fantastic Four characters were easy for me to write because if you feel you know a character, it becomes easy to write him or her. I thought I knew all four of them. When I wrote Reed's dialogue, I had him always using a lot of big words. And I always had the Thing getting annoyed with him. And can't you say something like a normal human being, you know? And I enjoyed the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, always playing tricks on the Thing and the Thing trying to retaliate. I enjoyed Sue Storm's little romance with Reed before they got married, and then whatever little domestic problems I could have come up between them after they were married. And I really enjoyed everything about the Fantastic Four. I loved writing it. The main thing that sets the Fantastic Four apart from other superheroes or groups of superheroes is the fact that they are a family. I don't know of any other group that is. And they have problems just as Spider-Man does, but that some of them are the same kind of problems. They even have to worry about making a living too. I've done stories of the Fantastic Four where they were going to be evicted from their headquarters because Reed had lost a lot of money by taking their reward money and investing it in stocks, and the stock market tumbled, and Ben Grimm got very angry about that and so forth. So I gave them human problems. I think they had more human situations than most other heroes, and certainly than most other teams of heroes. I think that these new superheroes, like The Incredibles, are just great. I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet. I can't wait to see it. But from what I've seen in the trailers and heard, it looks terrific. And frankly, I'm very flattered, and I think all of Marvel should be, because I think so much that's in The Incredibles was inspired by the Fantastic Four. Blast off with the Fantastic Four as they recollect the origin of their powers and their first encounter with the brilliant but sinister Puppet Master. Then watch for Dick Clark as he makes a guest appearance as himself. Oh boy, hold on to your seats. This is going to be a good one. Join back up with the Fantastic Four as their battle against the insidious Puppet Master continues. Now, the Puppet Master has gained control over the Thing and over his awesome powers. So watch to see if the team can free their friend from this villain's hold over him. Love can make a guy do crazy things, like Namor, Prince of Atlantis, in this episode. When Namor sets off on a crusade against the surface world for the pollution of his underwater kingdom, he falls desperately in love with Sue Richards, whom he promptly kidnaps. Now, Reed, Johnny, and Ben must track Namor back to Atlantis for a battle royal. That's a must-see if ever there was one. In this episode, the Fantastic Four battle against the Skrulls. Now, they're an evil, shape-shifting alien race bent on the conquest of Earth. This episode has it all. Alien shapeshifters, video games, and a case of mistaken identity. You will love it. Prepare yourself for another amazing half hour. The Fantastic Four are warned of the impending danger to the human race imposed by Galactus and his herald, the Silver Surfer. So watch, and let's find out if the Fantastic Four can prevent the arrival of Galactus and save the Earth from being destroyed. Now, when we left the Fantastic Four, boy, they were really in bad shape. They failed to stop Galactus from getting to Earth, and even worse, their powers were useless against him. So the Fantastic Four must now devise a plan to prevent the destruction of Earth, and they may even need help of a new friend. You've got to see what happens next to believe it. Lights, camera, action. In this episode, the Fantastic Four agree to star in a music video to raise enough money to repair the damage Galactus did to their building. But the Skrulls aren't such big music fans, so they send their new secret weapon, Super Skrull, to crash the set. Now, he seems to be more than they can handle. You just get your popcorn and watch.
Napalm fish breath, it burns underwater.
Oh boy, are you in for a treat with this? It's the first part of a three-part saga. Bent on revenge, Dr. Doom kidnaps Sue in order to lure the remaining members of the Fantastic Four into his clutches. Now watch and see what evils Dr. Doom has devised for our heroes. Have you ever heard the expression, out of the frying pan and into the fire? Well, that's just what happens to Reed, Johnny, and the Thing. Once they break free of Dr. Doom's traps, they find themselves prisoners once again, and things really begin to get interesting as Dr. Doom tells the tale of how he became the twisted villain that he is today. I tell you, this is one you can't afford to miss. The plot thickens in the final installment of our three-part saga. Now, forced to make a deal with Dr. Doom, Reed, Johnny, and the Thing must venture back into ancient Greece to retrieve the coffin of Argos. To make matters worse, if they don't return with the coffin in 48 hours, Sue will be crushed. Oh, you definitely don't want to miss the conclusion. In another of his harebrained attempts at world domination, the Mole Man begins stealing famous monuments all over the world. But his plan goes south when he steals the Rockefeller Center where, as luck would have it, the Fantastic Four are attending a charity event. So make sure you've got something to snack on, because you're not going to want to leave your seat until this one's over. It seems to me that every time an interdimensional portal is opened, nothing good ever comes out. Well, this episode is no exception. While working in his lab, Reed Richards accidentally opens an interdimensional portal, unleashing the mortal enemies and Nihilus and Blastar on Earth. So sit back and enjoy, true believer, as the Fantastic Four attempt to return these enemies to their own dimension before it's too late. In this episode, Fantastic Four's arch nemesis, Dr. Doom, steals the Silver Surfer's cosmic powers, and he becomes a supercharged villain, as if Dr. Doom wasn't bad enough before. Now, this episode is filled with action and suspense, as the Fantastic Four must find a way to defeat the demented Dr. Doom, and the only way to see if they succeed is to watch. When our Fantastic Foursome lose their powers in a fight with Dr. Doom, it gives Doom the opportunity to take over their headquarters. Then the team turns to Daredevil, the man without fear, to show them they can still be heroes. Enjoy.
Doom! Show yourself, you coward! We're suited!
In this episode, part one of a three-parter, the Wingless Wizard, Hydro Man, the Trapster, and the mysterious Medusa have teamed up to form the Frightful Four. Oh boy, it looks like it's going to be a bad day for our fantastic family. You just watch and find out. Here, in the second part of this three-part miniseries, the creature known only as Gorgon has come looking for Medusa. The Human Torch tries to help her escape, but Gorgon succeeds in capturing her, and he returns her to the Great Refuge, the home to a mysterious race of people known as the Inhumans. Are they friends or foes? You're going to have to watch the episode to find out. In the final installment of this three-parter, Johnny Storm has gotten himself lost while searching for his one true love, Crystal. When the rest of the team finds Johnny, they find themselves caught in the middle of a battle for the royal throne of the Inhumans. You'd better get comfortable. This is one heck of a finale. When Reed Richards discovers a slime that affects people's emotions, he realizes it must be the work of the one and only Psycho Man. Now, in order to get his ooze back, the Psycho Man captures the Invisible Woman, and he turns her into Malice, the Mistress of Hate. Can the Fantastic Four battle one of their own? Watch and see. This is a big episode. How big? Well, the Fantastic Four fly off into space to fight an entire planet. Hey, you don't get much bigger than that. And when you add the mighty Thor into the mix, well, this could be the biggest episode ever. Just keep your eyes peeled for a number of other superheroes in this episode as well. This is a great episode because it introduces the Black Panther. Now, the FF travel to Africa, and they discover the Black Panther isn't just a superhero, but the noble leader of an entire nation. A nation that's under attack from the villainous Claw, Master of Sound. The Fantastic Four, of course, offer to help the Black Panther defeat Claw. Well, how do they do it? You'll just have to watch the episode to find out. When Terax attacks Manhattan and starts destroying the city, the Fantastic Four must find a way to stop him before his master, Galactus, arrives to devour the Earth. Well, lucky for us, the Fantastic Four have something to say about that. Just check it out. Dr. Doom is back, and he wants to destroy the Fantastic Four with the strongest being on Earth, the Incredible Hulk. Now, with the Hulk loose in downtown New York, only the Thing has a chance of stopping him. Boy, I sure don't envy our buddy Ben Grimm right now. Be sure to watch and see what happens. Face front, true believers. The Invisible Woman is in trouble. She needs a life-saving surgery that only one man can perform, her father. But the problem is, he's accused of murder. So, if he helps his daughter, he'll be put in prison for life. But if he doesn't, Sue could die. Can things get any worse for our favorite Fantastic family? We'll just have to watch and see. The Impossible Man has popped up again, and he needs the Human Torch's help. You see, it seems that the Super Skrull is on his trail, and the Impossible Man needs some protection. But the Human Torch has a condition. He'll only help if the Impossible Man can reunite Johnny with his lost love, Crystal. Hey, there's no way you can miss this one. Now it's time to kick back and relax as the Invisible Woman decides the team needs a vacation. But there's no rest for our team because they end up on an island that's home to a Kree sentry. Meanwhile, back home, Black Bolt, leader of the mysterious Inhumans, frees his people, reuniting the Human Torch with his long-lost love. Enjoy it. It's a good one. Oh, boy, you are in for a ride with this one. The villainous Dr. Doom has drained the Silver Surfer of his cosmic power. Now, the FF have to figure out a way to stop an all-powerful Dr. Doom. Even with help from the X-Men and the Avengers, do they stand a chance? Check out this episode and you'll find out.
Amongst the mightiest, the most supposedly savage of all Earth's creatures, I sit in peace. I dwell in safety. For food is plentiful and no longer do they hunger. And not the humans who call you beast. There's no violence in your heart. No hint of avarice, no smoldering hate. Yet man, who has won dominion over all this world, is a stranger to peace.
As Fantastic Four ends, let's look at this.
Spider-Man Heroes Hall of Fame Week. Most promising. Kids beware.
Make one wrong move, please.
Don't dare miss your favorite superheroes.
Flame on!
Because they're dropping in for some action.
Cool.
Don't miss Spider-Man Heroes Hall of Fame Week, starting Monday after Beetleborgs on Fox Kids.
Quite a ride, eh?
Back to the action.
Well, there you have it, my friends. The complete 1994 to 95 Fantastic Four animated series. Let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments below, if you guys have this in your collection, and if you watched this growing up. And for some of you who didn't watch this growing up, or who didn't grow up with this at all, who grew up later on with the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes, that's a great show. But if for those of you who did grow up watching this like me, let me know down below what your fond memories are of this show, how much, if you liked this show, if you agreed with my old list, if you think this is one of the worst. But again, let me know down below, and let me know even if you have some of those old VHS tapes of the old Marvel shows, including, I'm not sure if there's any for this, but if there are, and you have some, let me know that down below. Furthermore, are you guys going to go check out Fantastic Four First Steps this weekend? It comes out this Friday. Now, this Friday, I do not have a Fantastic Four related video, but I do have a comic book related video. So I guess that could kind of coincide with Fantastic Four. I think there's some Fantastic Four footage in there. I know there's Superman, but I definitely think that there's some Fantastic Four footage in there. But that was a lot of fun to do for you guys, so stick around for Friday for that video. But like I said, this was done. I did this for today for you guys because the beginning of the month I did some Fantastic Four videos, and I said I want to do this. So I want to finish off, before Fantastic Four came out, with another Fantastic Four video. And I've always been wanting to review this for you guys because, yeah, this is something that I really like. This is an awesome looking set, and it's a cool DVD as well. Alrighty guys, that being said, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video in its entirety. If you did, I put up a poll, I think it was like a month or two ago, asking you guys which which physical media, social media is where I posted that, but which physical media set you want to see next. And it was a big old resounding Boy Meets World. So the next physical media set that I will take a look at and review for you guys will be the complete series of Boy Meets World, so stick around for that. In the meantime, guys, if you are brand new to my channel because you do love, physical media, DVD, Blu-ray, TV show reviews, or if you've been watching, or even at that, actually, so before I say that, or if you love superhero content, or if you've been watching my content for the longest time, you haven't done so already, please and thank you, subscribe to my channel. While you're there, please and thank you, click the bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. If you did like this video, guys, and you are enjoying my content in general, let that algorithm know. Click the thumbs up button, and also share the video. Share the video with the Fantastic Four, the first family of Marvel, I guess. Like I said, stick around for Friday. It's a very special video that I have planned for you guys. I did a video on my birthday. So that video took place on my birthday. It's a nice little toy hunt in a comic book shop, so stick around for that. I will see you guys next time. I'm looking forward to that video on Friday. I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four. I'm probably going to go watch some episodes from this now. Stay cool, stay nerdy, keep hunting, keep collecting, keep watching all those good cartoons from the 90s. Thank you so much, guys, for being friends and supporters of the channel. I'll see you next time, and as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Flame on!